Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies and your brand new week. We're looking at the week of April 3rd to April 9th, I do believe. Yeah, and it's going to be an exceptional week, Pisces. Of course it is. It's always an exceptional week when it comes to you guys. Now, the first thing I wanted you to pay attention to is that before I ever did any of these, I had picked the decks for the week. And I already mentioned that gratitude, I had picked a gratitude deck to do for gratitude, if you saw yesterday's reading for what's upcoming for the week. Now, the other thing that I noticed is when I took out the cards to read today, this says self-reflection, and the gratitude cards have reflection cards on it. So yeah, it was totally meant to, okay? Totally meant to be used this week. So the self-reflection card gave me quite a pause when I did do the reading, because I felt like these eyes are closed. In other words, what I was understanding though is that the reflection is not from the mirror. It's not from something that you look at. Not looking at yourself isn't where you're going to find the answer. Okay, so it's not a reflection of what you see physically. It's a reflection of what you're going through internally, so inside of yourself, inside your energy field. And we've realized that everything we do feel really is a matter of energy. Even the mind, when we start telling ourselves like scary stories, it's the mind doing things, right? So if you can change the mind can become a tool to feed the right kind of energy. And the right kind of energy you're trying to feed right now is the one of courage, the one to move forward, the one to go ahead. Because we had transformation, then we had contemplate, and we had chaos yesterday. Those three cards are really pulling at me. They're reminding me to mention them. And we're going to bring them out again this week for sure. So this rebirth needs to take place. Contemplating it without movement will only cause chaos. So this reflection is to feed that energy and then move out and bring life to your ideas, to your creation. Yeah, that's it. So let's see. So embrace your creative self and go forward. We're going to do a reading later on for the Empress in the second reading, but in the first reading we're going to look at this beautiful card. We're going to pull a gratitude card and of course tarot for it. So if you want, I'm going to pull all the cards and then we'll look further. Thank you, Pisces, for being part of this channel. I do appreciate you so very much. I have different things that I offer. I have memberships. So that is in the description box below. You get an extra video every week. And when you do, all you have to do is click the join button. After you have joined, that button changes to See Perks. And when you press that, you will have like a community tab with all the extra videos I've been posting for a while now. You have access to it all. Every month, all the time, whenever you need it. In there, there's meditations and all kinds of things. A little extra that I do every week for you, Pisces. You have inspiration, reflection, affirmation. So this might be interesting. I might have to actually pull a card out. Oh no, okay. So you have inspiration, okay. I am just going to leave it like that, and then I'm going to pull the tarot and we're going to read it. How's that? How's that for fun? Fun in the sun. The card, the deck I'm using this week is the Field Tarot. I used it to do the full moon reading in Libra. It's got a very light back color. It makes me feel like spring, so that's why I'm using it. The other way you can support this channel, of course, is if you love the cards. I do have a link below where you can find all of these cards. We have the Six of Swords coming out, the Devil. We have the Prince of Cups, Introspection. This deck likes to go to the ground. We have the Ace of Wands. Here we go. Oh yeah, it really wants to hit the floor running. Ace of Swords, Clarity. Perspective. It's the Hangman. The Judgment card. There's the Queen of Disc, very closely related to the Empress. The Lovers. And the Five of Swords. Okay. So let's see here, Pisces. We're looking at self-reflection. So we're going to study that first, look at it first. It is number 17, which is a number 8. So that's doing the good work, the hard work, the stuff that you need to be doing on yourself. It's always better to work from the inside out. I always feel that it's better not to go from your environment and try to change everything from that point of view. It doesn't last very long anyway, and it never feels natural. You need to be curious about your own nature and what makes you tick, okay? And you need to look inwards to contemplate who and what you are and what you want. The more you know about yourself, you're able to steer yourself much better. You have to know what you believe and why, but be open to anything that might develop, as in new beliefs or new ways of being. Being open really helps. Okay. So, don't be afraid about looking deeply at the self in all aspects. Alright, so that's all about just looking inwards. We're going to look at this one here. It says, what luck or fate, instinct or grace brought me here? In shade, beneath hidden stars. So this is inspired thought. The world does not begin and end with what you have known of it. There's so much deliciousness you've yet to discover. So, this is, I feel, like I said, we had that card of the Two of Wands telling you, don't stay stagnant there, because then the Tower comes in. And the Tower is telling you, go and discover. Because if you don't go and discover, it's going to discover you. And, you know, in other words, it's like, if you stay stagnant, the world's not going to stop moving around you just because you decided that you're too afraid to go forward. What we can depend on is change. We can rely on it. Change is constant. The world moves forward. That's the way this planet spins. So it wouldn't do it any good to stop, right? It would be very destructive. So the same applies for you. And as uncomfortable as that might be, it is definitely time to move forward out of that. Okay? The Devil for me represents the things that you think are keeping you safe. The idea that you are sitting around and that just by not committing or not doing or playing it safe, you are going to be okay. That life isn't going to throw you a curveball, which is in fact further from the truth. That's a delusion of belief, of the comfortable, right? Like they say, you can get spun out of whack on an idle Tuesday by something you never saw coming. Like a tower, like a falling building. So it's time to reflect now. And it's time to decide where you're going with your nature, what you want to do. Okay? And then this one, it says introspection, which is weird for the Prince of Cups because that's not what I usually relate him to, but we're going to take the image. And he looks very, like, you know, Zen-like, and just taking it all in. Again, it's a lot of this energy coming in right now. Okay, that meditative mode. And what are you doing? You're placing your energy into something that has, that's going to inspire you to begin. Okay, that's going to bring you creativity. There again, with the Empress. So, focus on a thought, focus on a project, a person, anything right now that you are thinking about, but kind of bucking, you know, like not wanting to move forward. You're still in that contemplative. You're still, I feel what they're showing me is somebody going from one foot to the next, trying to pretend that they're actually creating motion, but they're staying exactly in the same place. They're showing me somebody teetering like one foot to the other foot, one foot to the other foot. Okay? It's time for you to pick a foot and move it forward. Go forward. Move ahead. As soon as you do, I feel they're saying that the clarity will come to you. And by moving forward, you also invite in perspective. You invite in a different point of view. Staying still, staying at the place you are doesn't offer any more creative boosts to your energy because you're not helping yourself. You're not giving yourself a new vantage point, a new way of looking at things. Only when you move forward can you encounter new situations and new ways of doing things. And you know, they're telling me this is with relationships too. You have to take a chance because not knowing, this could be somebody that interests you as well. They're showing me if you never ask, well then you never learn. But the thing is you stay stagnant and that interest is never expressed and nothing ever comes of it. Knowing can be painful, but at least it is a change that will bring on a focus, a change of focus that will be on something in the future that will bring back to you. Okay? You don't want to be stuck admiring somebody when it's a one-way street, that you will never get that back, that you will never get the love, the respect, the compassion, the caring that you so deserve. Okay? So it's better to know and cause the tower and take the chance of a yes or a no, but then being able to move forward from those positions. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it needs to be done, okay? Needs to be done. If you waste your time sending love to somebody who will never ever reciprocate that, somebody else in the world will be missing out on receiving the love you have to give them. And that is a bigger tragedy, okay? So, judgment is being accountable for your behavior, accountable for what you are doing with your life. It's a rite of passage. This is painful. Rites of passage are rarely easy because they ask us to stretch beyond what we usually do. But it also is asking you to resolve the things you need before you move on to a new cycle. You have the Queen of Disc talking about nurturing and love. Absolutely. Important. If you see, there's a lot of loving and self-love. Okay? This is two, but they're facing the other way. Right? But they're still very much together. This is your feminine and your masculine. We were talking about that too. It's time to put peace between these two. It's time to create. This is absolutely nurturing, and a creation is going on here. A birth of some sort, Pisces, is coming true. And within it, it's going to break you open. Okay? The biggest fear here is defeat. I do feel that. The biggest fear is ending up on the losing end of this. That's absolutely what you feel. But the sun will shine again, regardless of what you feel. Clarity will come, and success won't evade you, Pisces, even if you encounter setbacks, or even some truths that maybe you weren't looking forward to. Take the chance and live your life. Take a great big bite and see what happens. I always think there's a 50-50 chance every time that it will be a yes or a no. And yes, it can be a no. But what if it's a yes? What if you actually succeed? Or what if the no brings you to a better, a more sunny spot, right? What if you walk to a place where there's sun only to find that there's too many people there? And when you went looking, you found some place that was secluded, that had all this space for you to imbue that sunshine and that clarity. You would have never found it if you hadn't been defeated at the first place. Just remember that. The Five of Swords, for me, is that there's always a winner or a loser, but the lines get blurred with this card with me all the time. Because depending on which side you put yourself on, you can be a winner with the wisdom and the learning and the lessons that come true. All right, my beautiful Pisces. So that's it. That's it for this reading. And I hope you enjoyed it. It's all about perspective. It's all about transitioning. You got a lot of energy coming in here. I feel you very, very strong. We're really talking about the self here. I just feel there's all about the self. All about introspection. Okay? Introspection, loving yourself, committing to your well-being, nurturing how you are, and creating the most wonderful thing. Don't stagnate. Don't let fear hold you back. Okay? Reflect on it and take the step forward that is most you. I would say that's the greatest advice I can give you. What is most you? How do you feel more like yourself? And go with that. All right, Pisces. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings, and I will see you later for the second reading. Take good care of yourself. Bye for now.